The New York Knicks are now on an 8-game winning streak after their Wednesday night win against the Atlanta Hawks and currently the 4th seed in the East. The Hawks-Knicks game was close and these two teams went into overtime. Julius Randle was able to lead the Knicks with his 40 points. The Knicks currently have a defensive rating of 108.2, which ranks 3rd in the league. With the team's emphasis on protecting the rim, they have established themselves as an elite defensive team with head coach Tom Thibodeau at the helm. In this video, we will be looking back at the overtime of the Hawks-Knicks game to see how they were able to pull out this close game. With 26 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter, the Knicks were up by 1. With the ball, the Knicks went to Julius Randle. As Randle came up the floor, the Hawks threw an immediate double team to take the ball out of his hands. The Knicks are able to get the ball back to Randle on the wing, and Randle is able to isolate against John Collins and power through him to the rim for the layup. And with 8.4 seconds left, the Knicks are up by 3 and the Hawks needed to get a good look for an open 3. On the inbound, Bogdan comes up along the elbow, then cuts to the left corner as he is screened by Capella. Reggie Bullock gets caught in the screen and Noel is late to react and switch onto Bogdan. This results in a rhythm catch and shoot 3 to tie up the game. With 6.2 seconds left in the 4th quarter, the Knicks went to Julius Randle on the inbound. Randle fakes coming up the top of the key, then cuts to the elbow where he gets the ball. Randle gets an ISO against Solomon Hill in the post, but doesn't connect on the turnaround fadeaway for the win. Going into overtime, off the jump ball, Julius Randle flat screens Immanuel Quickley's man, which gets Quickley a good look driving right for his signature floater. The Hawks come down and Capella screens Bogdan's man on the elbow to free him up, and Bogdan comes off the screen and gets the ball. Capella motions himself as if he is coming up to screen Bogdan's man, but this then flows into a handoff for Kevin Huerter. Capella screens RJ Barrett, but Barrett goes under the screen as Noel hedges on the screen, showing himself to Huerter to contain him. RJ Barrett does a good job disrupting the passing lane so that the ball does not get to Clint Capella. Nerlens Noel then recovers back to cover Capella, and Barrett is able to close out on this Huerter 3. The Knicks show off more good defense as on this play the Hawks run a high screen for Bogdan. The Knicks contain this well as Noel hedges high. Randle here operates as another line of defense if Bogdan was able to get by the defense. The ball gets passed off to Hill in the corner. Randle has to close out hard on the 3. Hill is able to drive it in on him, and Hill meets 2 Knicks defenders. He does get an acrobatic layup over Barrett, but Noel is there to block the shot. With the Knicks coming down the lane, they get a Quickley Randle pick and pop, and Randle spots up at the top of the key for 3. The Hawks come down and first looks to screen Bogdan's man off ball as he goes to the right side wing. Capella gets the ball and hands it off to Huerter. Capella then screens Barrett, and the Knicks have 2 guys in Quickley and Noel covering the elbows. And with 2 help defenders there, this breaks up the Huerter drive. The Hawks then have to reset with a Brandon Goodwin screen and roll of Capella. Noel drops on this screen, and while this is happening, on the right side of the court, Huerter is receiving a pin down screen as he spots up along the wing. This may have been an illegal screen as Barrett struggled to get over with Hill moving his body, but the Knicks get bailed out with the Huerter miss. On the next play coming down, Quickley is able to blow by Goodwin, and with Bogdan helping from the corner, Quickley passes it to Bullock. He gets closed out and the Knicks then have to reset the play. This Randle pump fake gets Hill out of defensive position, and Randle's able to get inside but gets met by help defenders in Goodwin and Bogdan, and this leaves Bullock open for 3. The Knicks are able to contain the Hawks again as off this handoff into a screen and roll, Noel hedges, and as Noel hedges, Julius Randle is in the paint helping off of Solomon Hill, a 33% 3-point shooter. Randle is there to contain the Capella roll until Noel recovers back to Capella. Hill gets the ball and Immanuel Quickley immediately switches to close out on Hill. Hill passes it to Huerter in the corner, and now Randle has to switch on Huerter to close out. This is done so effectively and the Hawks are forced to reset. Capella screens Bogdan's man and Noel is high on the screen just in case if Bogdan drives right and pulls up, and now the Hawks are left with a contested 3-pointer that misses. The Knicks here are up by 8 and they go to Julius Randle. Randle is able to spin and get Huerter out of position. Randle draws the attention of the entire Hawks team, and this leads for a Noel cut-in dunk. A few possessions later, the Hawks get a screen and roll with Lou Will and Capella. Noel hedges high. Lou Will immediately reacts and dumps the pass to Capella on the roll. Randle is the last line of defense here and has to help off of Hill. Good defensive rotation by the Knicks. Randle steps up in front of Capella. Noel comes back over to recover, and Immanuel Quickley rushes to cover Hill, who is lurking in the dunker spot. The pass then gets broken up. The Hawks do end up getting a 3 on the next play, but the Knicks come down and try to get a Randle ISO. This gets double teamed and Randle has to pass it out, and RJ Barrett drives it inside and makes this tough floater. The Hawks contain the Quickley drive on this play, and they are not able to get it inside to Randle. The Knicks reset with RJ Barrett as he gets a screen from Noel. As Barrett starts driving inside, Solomon Hill has his back turned from Immanuel Quickley and is ball watching. Quickley then makes himself available, spotting up on the right wing, and drills this 3-point dagger. The Knicks are a well-coached team. They have prioritized rim protection, and they are a versatile team with their defensive schemes. With how Tom Thibodeau has completely turned this Knicks team around, there is no doubt he should be a heavy favorite for Coach of the Year. The Knicks are a top defensive team in the league. With the playoffs rolling around soon, they serve to be a gritty threat against any team in the Eastern Conference.